Welcome to Focus on B, the video series where I spend 20 or so minutes playing a game that, well, in this case, exists, I think. This is... Oh, why am I shooting that? Why would you ever want to shoot the thing that is shooting at you when you're supposed to shoot the power supply next to it? And that's what makes it explode. This is John Romero's Daikatana, the N64 version, because it's more interesting to talk about than the PC version, because console games are just inherently more interesting. Like with an old PC game, it's like, hey, it's an old PC game. With console games, it's like, whoa, it's like this weird thing that exists in a parallel dimension made up of bits and bytes that no one understands how they work, because apparently making games for consoles is like super proprietary, and you have to be on some kind of special list to be able to do it. You know, for PC, anyone can make a PC game, but only the chosen ones can make a console game. Anyway, so what the hell is up with this game, other than the fact that it's completely infamous and known for having the most botched development cycle of... Well, no, actually, that would be Duke Nukem Forever. But still, and you know what's interesting about this game? That it requires you to hit fucking A and jump to crouch, which is the stupidest thing I've ever seen, because the L button is completely unused, mainly because you can't reach it on the N64 controller, but that's a different story. But anyway... So what I noticed about this game is that it's one of those that marks that sort of divide between... This was very common on the N64, not so much on Dreamcast, because on Dreamcast, there was no divide. You just literally had PC shooters that were on the system. That's it. On PS1, you had games that were closer to how they are on PC, but not quite, or sometimes they would just be very specialized. But on N64, you had a little bit of both. You had like these games that were... They had this console quality to them, with their animation, with their presentation, with their exclusivity, stuff like that. And then you had, oh my god, no, I don't want to rotate the freaking camera a little bit to pretend that it's a cutscene. Let me just go get this health real quick, because there's health, and I can't get it, because I have to fucking jump over here, take damage from from him. Why does he bleed purple? Did Nintendo censor this or some shit? But you have those kind of shooters, right? And then you have stuff like this in Quake 1 and Quake 2, and even to an extent Doom 64, I'd say. The more PC shooters that are just on console anyway, if that makes sense. I think what gives it away, well, other than the lineage and the backstory, I think what truly separates them is the animation of the character's arm. Ever notice how in GoldenEye and Perfect Dark and Turok 1, 2, you know, all those 1, 2, 3, fucking Rage Wars, and all of those shooters, your character's arm never sits still. It just kind of wiggles around the entire screen for no fucking reason. I don't mean like, oh, the PlayStation 1 texture wiggle. No. I mean, literally, it just never stops moving for some reason. Like, the developers just animated it that way. It's just, it moves constantly. Whereas here, it's basically stationary, and that's kind of how it is for all of them. Yes, I'm going to overwrite this data. That was a failed attempt at recording, but now I'm going to do it again. I love how he just kind of walks down with no real animation. It's great. Although I'm making it through the level much faster than I remember it being able to. That's actually a cool effect. It's really simple. It's just a gradient that just goes by. But what's amazing to me about this game, specifically the N64 version, is just how fucking jank it is and how out of date it feels. Like, this feels like a launch title for the 3DO, but it's instead a late N64 game, right? When we already had games like Turok Free at this point, and Perfect Dark, and I literally cannot think of any other first-person shooter on the system. I mean, they do exist. There was like that one South Park game, this... Oh, what? Fuck off. There was also this one game that ran on the Turok engine, but it wasn't like Turok at all. You were fighting these like bugs and shit. I think that's what it was. I don't know. Also, the game doesn't auto-select your weapons, which really pisses me off. I think it's actually... Is this a auto-weapon mode? Automatically arms, next available loaded weapon. Okay, why don't you do that then? Because I have this weapon now. I can switch over to it. Okay, this weapon wheel gets better when you get more than one weapon. By default, the weapon wheel has them on top of each other, but you still have to go left and right to make it work, which is just the stupidest fucking thing. But here, there you go. Now I can actually switch, and I'm going to go ahead and shoot this guy. Is there glass? Is this supposed to be glass? I think that's supposed to be glass. Oh, now I gotta go back and shoot him, because you get level up points, because yes, this game has an EXP system, in a way, which means that, as you can see, my vitality increased. I have absolutely no idea what vitality means other than maybe maximum health or something. Not like it means anything in a hit scan based shoot. I mean, because those guys are just going to hit you. I guess it makes more sense then because it's like, oh, wait, hold on. This is a really fun bit. Look, you have to shoot the missing textures. Like, really, doesn't that look like it's missing a texture? And it's not. That's just how it... Oh. Let's just punch it instead. Fuck it. The almighty fist of Daikatana. There you go. Boom. Well, John Romero's fist. That's how you gotta name this game, actually. It shouldn't have named it John Romero's Daikatana. I like how you can just kill these guys for no reason. Like, I can literally just walk up to them and kill them. And they bleed purple. I never figured out, is that censorship or what? Regardless. God, isn't it funny how I think that didn't the Game Boy Color version receive better reviews than every other version? To be fair though, it's kind of easier to make a nice and polished top-down... Was it a top-down action game or something? Okay, this is the bit where I kind of got stuck on last time. And I'm going to try and... Oh, for fuck's sake. Why don't you give me more ammo for my real gun? I don't want to use the rocket launcher. Well, actually, it is a pretty fun weapon to use. I just love how absolutely low-res everything is. It's low-res for N64 standards, and that's saying something, because the system is kind of known for having kind of blurry-ass textures, but the thing is that a new weapon? There's, like, no introduction to the new weapons at all. You're supposed to, like, set them up in some way, not just drop them in like that. Oh, get this. Yes, I have no idea what this is. It's a skill power-up. I don't know how to use it, but I'm just going to keep spinning there for some reason. Now I just have to walk off this thing and walk on it again to re-trigger it, because that's how they made the elevators work. Actually, I think the Unreal Engine did that as well. Doesn't this game... Wait, hold on. What engine did this game run on PC? I think it runs in Quake 2. Was that the... Yeah, it was because it was supposed to run in Quake 1, but then they changed it to Quake 2. And were they debating of putting it on Unreal? No, it wasn't going to be an Unreal. I don't know, that was Duke Nukem forever. That game went through like 50 different fucking engines. I think it still runs in Unreal, actually. That's like the final one. But anyway. Wow, that's one hell of a reload animation. But yeah, it's because it's totally possible to have a game look nice and crisp on the system. I mean, with the help of upscaling, of course. But games like... Okay, I've been playing V-Rally. The N64 version of V-Rally, right? I really like, I've actually really grown to enjoy the V-Rally games, even though I've always been more, you know, more Colin McRae, right? You can't just do that. You can't just drop a random-ass weapon and expect that to be a cool thing. It's like, okay, now I have to fucking select it. What is this? The C4 Visaturgo. What the fuck? I'm guessing it's a grenade launcher, because C4, right? Have a little C4. That's a reference to Serious Sam Free when he says that. Is this gonna do anything? No, of course it's not gonna do anything. Jesus Christ, this game is so Ooh, look at this. We got clones. They're being cloned by these scientist people. My god, it looks so bad. And it's almost amazing. Like, the fact that... You know how some people will have this thing where they give themselves these high standards and high demands of what they expect from themselves? And then you have shit like this that was commercially sold, and it's like, wow, it doesn't even meet the standards for a system launch. Like, I wouldn't be impressed if this were an N64 launch title, and even on PC, that's the thing is, this is kind of excusable for console, because herder, console bad. But even on PC, it's like, wow. But the thing is, this game actually isn't the worst thing in the world. I actually kind of enjoy the N64 version more, simply because the level design is more straightforward. Notice how I haven't really gotten lost at any point. I'm just kind of running through the level, not really having a... How do you... Come on, run. There you go. Not really struggling too much as far as figuring out where to go goes, because it's just like, okay, well, obviously I have to... Actually, wait. Am I about to stand corrected? Was there a... Oh, well, there's some new enemies here that I haven't killed, unless they respawn. No, I've already been here. Okay, I just... I guess I've contradicted myself, actually. No, of course I'll figure out where to go. It's not even that hard. All I have to do is just freaking... Okay, well, there's a platform over there. Let's jump to it with my incredible jumping skills. And I can't even open the fucking door. But you know what I can do? Nope. Okay, we're not going to do that. I think there's another switch I have to hit, and then it'll open up a different section. Right? It stays open for a limited amount of time, I'm assuming. Regardless, what was I even... Oh, fuck me, I got killed. Well, good thing I have save states. Haha. But yeah, the level design is generally easier to figure out. I genuinely could not figure out how to get out of the initial, like, starting area of the PC version of Daikatana, the marsh. I had no idea what to do, like, whatsoever. And that's a really interesting thing that I've noticed when it comes to PC to console conversions, especially from this sort of time period. The fact that they would often simplify things, mainly because of technical restraints, of course. Oh, I see how this works. I have to get there fast enough. Okay, cool. But I often find that that actually makes the experience more enjoyable. For example, I played the PC version of Rune Viking Warlord, and I swear to God I had no fucking idea what to do at any point. Whereas the console version, the PS2, well no, it was, the PC version is just called Rune, but the console, the fuck? Why are you like this? Okay, I guess I'm just gonna have to do that again, because clearly hitting the switch makes the frickin' platform go. Does it not? Yeah, it does. Wait, do they cancel each other out or something? Come on. Get over there, get over there. Okay. Quick, 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 move. No, stop going backwards, you absolute Satanist. Fucking, go, 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 go. Oh my god, why are you like this? Why does it work that way? Do I have to wait? Well, let's observe the platform, see how it works. But anyway, so I was playing that. I was playing the console version, and I actually cut down the levels in a way that made it so much easier to figure out where to go. Okay, let's see. Let's just sit here, and it's just going to stay there. It stays there indefinitely. No, it doesn't stay there indefinitely, but it retracts faster when I know what I have to do. There's a glitch. I bet there's a glitch when it comes to the way that the game kind of interprets different buttons being pressed. So I have to hit that one first, then do this, then run all the way over here. Aha! And now this one will hopefully stay in the same position, and I'll be able to make it across. There you go. See, that was a simple puzzle that made sense, and it was, oh, fuck me. Okay, the enemies in this game are complete garbage. They're just, you just shoot them like this and they die. Ah, man, the animation is so stiff. It's so stiff. It's so weird, right? Going from something, I was playing Turok, like the original Turok yesterday, and man, I have no idea what to do in the levels. I was even following a guide, and I was still kind of having a hard time, although it does feel pretty good when you do eventually find something on your own. But the animation in that game is absolutely fucking light years ahead of something that came out 3 years later. And this video isn't meant to just be me just shitting on this game because everyone has already done that. It's more so just an interesting observation of the consequence of a different development approach from the time. And also the fact that sometimes the shittier version can actually kind of be better, because honestly, I'm having a better time with this than I did with the PC version. Yeah, okay, literally, as I said, didn't know how to get past the first level. There was just, the design was such garbage. I mean, granted, here, it's not like it's great. I mean, the collision detection on these fucking lasers does not exist whatsoever. Like, okay, let's try this again. Jump. Oh my god. Why do they expect me to do platforming in the Quake engine? Well, actually, this isn't... You think this is running on the N64 version of the Quake port? Because, like, there was a port of Quake 1 and 2 as well on N64, so... Do they just expect me to... Fuck it. I'm just gonna jump like that and run. There you go. That's probably what you were supposed to do, but that's not good. You're not... You shouldn't have to do something like that, but apparently that's how it works. Mishima, that's like the only decent resolution texture in the game. And just enemies standing here. It's great. I have really no major problem with something like this existing nowadays. It's amazing how shitty games can kind of age almost better. Because obviously, yes, when you're getting a game new and you're buying it for like a significant amount of money, you want it to be good, obviously. Fuck that. You want it to be good. But when it gets a lot older and doesn't really cost as much or even anything, if you know what I'm talking about, well, specifically the console version, I mean, you can still get the PC version on Steam, I'm pretty sure, so that's generally a good thing. They've updated the hell out of it, so it's actually a lot more playable. But when it comes to this version, it's like, it's almost aged kind of better because it's just a fun little thing to mess around with for a bit. And it's still kind of a game, because, like, I'm not saying that complete dog shit can age well, no, because, like, obviously, no one's gonna be fucking willingly playing Superman 64 or whatever, even though there is actually a speedrunning scene for that game, which just fucking baffles me. Did they forget to put the splash damage on the... Oh my god, they seriously forgot the splash damage on the... No, they didn't. Okay, I was worried for a second. I was thinking like, oh my god, is this game so incompetent that it forgot to give the splash damage weapon splash damage? No, no, no. It still got it. That's good. But the animation is so fucking stiff, and it's great because of that. I'm just repeating the same thing I've been saying, because this game feels kind of like you're just... Interestingly enough, though, this level is quite lengthy in comparison to the first one, but I'm enjoying it so far. It's just so simple. It's so dumb. Like, this is such a turn your brain off kind of game, and I think it's a nice diversion from the more labyrinth and puzzle heavy level design that was common among shooters in general during this time period, right? I feel like it's kind of a step in that more... Well, obviously this was inspired by Half-Life. Like, come on, let's not kid ourselves. But even Half-Life can sometimes be a little bit confusing. Not gonna lie. Like, there are times when I, honest to God, have no idea what to do unless I look it up, right? It's not super common, like, but I don't feel like Half-Life really is... I don't think it's accurate to describe it as a completely linear experience. Well, it is linear, of course. You go from point A to point B, but getting to point B can sometimes be a little bit tricky. Here, on the other hand, I'm just like, fucking... just doing whatever. What is this supposed to be? Like blood? Does it hurt you? No, it's... You know what this is? It's just a brush that just moves and scrolls back. I'm pretty sure it's not even actually moving. Can you tell I've used the Unreal Engine? I still have no idea. Does this game run on Unreal or on Quake? I mean, obviously on N64 it's going to run on its own thing, but still. And funnily enough, also, another way that this version of the game is actually kind of more playable is the fact that it doesn't have those stupid-ass companions. So, in a way... that's better. I'm going to assume that's going to kill me if I walk into it, so I'm not going to walk into it because, I mean, common sense, right? Although, oftentimes video games will ask you to disregard common sense, so it's not really that surprising. Let's just kill these guys just in case. I imagine that maybe the game wants me to do that. Yes, actually, that wasn't what I was supposed to do, because look, it freed who I'm assuming... Man, you toasted those dudes, but good. Thanks. What is this writing? Did a human being write this? Don't mention it. What is that anyway? I'm gonna read it like the fucking Quake announcer guy. Excellent. Okay. Some sort of heavy-duty torture device. How about... No, fuck it. How about lending me a hand and opening my cell? Yeah, okay, cool. No one cares. Can I open the cell? By mashing the button? No. Mash the button on this guy? No. Okay. Punch the glass. That's not gonna work. Oh, now it's gonna be a puzzle. No, I gotta fucking find the... I bet I have to find the key card that makes it so you can... That's absolutely what I have to do. In fact, oh, for a second I thought that's what I had to do. Like, I genuinely thought I had to jump into the thing to, like, maybe go through it, and then I would find what I'm looking... Fuck you, die. And then I would find what I'm looking for. No, that's not what you had to do. So now I'm just gonna open up these doors... and nothing will happen. Oh, Jesus Christ. Stop making me say things and then look like a fucking liar when they're not actually the way they're supposed to be. God, just the lack of fucking ambient occlusion. And oh, shit. That wasn't supposed to happen either, apparently. You know, that looks so conspicuous. Doesn't it look like the kind of place that you would want to actually jump down to find some secret thing in the game? It's very common in video games, you know? It's like just throwing these kind of tropes out of the window, which there's nothing wrong with... How the fuck do I open this guy up? Do I maybe switch over to my Sidewinder and blow that up? No. Well... Fuck it. I guess as far as this guy's concerned, he's stuck in here forever. Because clearly, there is nothing that can be done, and... I think that's just going to call it a day for John Romero's Daikatana for the N64. If I can figure out where to go, that'd be great, but no, we're just going to leave it at that. Game's kind of jank, but in a weird way, it's also... It feels more playable than the more polished games from around the same time, just because it doesn't necessarily rely on its obtuse level design. Granted... The level design here, as you can see, isn't the most straightforward. I mean, I probably have to backtrack and find some fucking keycard or something, and then that's how I progress through the stage. Maybe I'll just look it up or something. Oh. I swear to God, if that's it, if that was it, I'm going to be really annoyed. But that's probably not going to be it. I mean, we can find out real quick. I like how you can't move at all. I wonder how they pulled that off. I know what they did. They assigned a value to his speed and multiplied it by 0 whenever he steps on one of those. Oh, more enemies spawning in. I'm gonna assume maybe that was the right thing to do because it spawned more enemies in the same area. Nope. Well, you're stuck in there forever. So this has been Focus on Me, the video series where I spent about 20 or so minutes playing some games, playing a game just like this one where it's like, well, I don't really know what to say about it, but I kind of wanted to say something about it because it's fucking weird and also still generally playable. There's like a tiny little bit of my weapon off to the side that's like sticking out, and that's really annoying me. Regardless, this has been Daikatana, year 2000, N64, and PC.